All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to introduce you to Owen Newcomer. He is an entrepreneur who is making the world a little sweeter. Here he is. Great opportunity to witness the future of Frederick for sure. Owen Newcomer is a senior at Linganore High School. He was one of the students who presented in the city's entrepreneur Shark Tank kind of contest. And I got to hear his pitch there, and I thought you guys would want to hear it too. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick, Owen.
Hello, Danny. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, so you tell me a little bit about when you started Newcomers Candy Bars and how it all came about.
So, back in 2021, I had the great pleasure of entering a candy bar that me and my sister had made for fun into the Frederick Fair. And wonderfully, it ended up getting first place and we did not expect it, but it was a wonderful experience. And I mean, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, so this opportunity to be part of this pitch competition and to showcase this idea that I've started and tested is was really a great experience.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. So the Frederick Fair kind of kick-started the idea that it was definitely possible, right? And that's kind of
Yeah.
cool. So, what was it about making a candy bar that you were like, okay, this is the direction we want to go?
Basically, the main reason that I decided to go with the candy bar over other things was that there's very little saturation. There's mainly two big companies that own every portion of the market. It's Hershey's and Mars bars. I mean, if you just look at a candy section in the supermarket, It I mean, you probably know all their brands, but you don't know who controls them. So
Right.
I think people would find it very interesting to just if you just looked at who owned all of these brands, it's pretty much the same people.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, I know. And there's a lot of people right now who are really wanting to support an independent, family owned, small corporations rather than these huge conglomerates that are mostly all actually, a ton of our food is owned by big pharma as well. So yeah, we're looking now toward the small independents. So I think this might be your time, my friend, for sure. All right,
Absolutely.
so you guys launched then, and how have things gone so far?
Things honestly have gone great. I mean, I before I heard about this competition, I was originally planning not to start this until I had gone into college. Mainly because that's the easiest sort of time to start something. You have nothing to lose. Also, you have to be 18 to start a corporation, so there's that. Um,
There's
oh, but when I heard about this competition, I figured it was a good way to network and figure out what some more things about the business model that I hadn't yet thought about. It was um, a little bit of a nudge in the right direction, I guess you could say.
So, what did you learn from pitching this idea to a group of very prominent city, state, and county officials? What did you learn?
I think the biggest thing that I learned is focusing on the value that I can provide, not necessarily through the candy bar itself, but through whatever community or brand I can put behind it. A lot of the questions for that helped structure my pitch were about what the candy bar sort of can do for people, and I think that's a very big shift in the way that uh, a lot of entrepreneurs think. A lot of first time entrepreneurs will look at something and they'll think about the product and only the product. Can the product itself benefit? Where I was sort of pushed into thinking, how can the brand help people?
Yeah,
Which I thought was really
yeah.
interesting. What I would really like to do is use my a sort of brand as a way to push people in the right direction. One of the things that I talked about in my pitch was that on the back of every wrapper, there's gonna be motivational quotes and challenges and stuff, and I think that, part of my social media campaign when I launch will be to really push that and push people to trying new things and sort of seeing how far they can take themselves, and
Okay,
I
gotcha.
think that's really what we should be doing. I find that from researching organizations and stuff through scouts and other things that, uh, they they really only have to be 5% charitable with their money, that so we don't actually have so they a lot of times that money gets squandered, and I would rather have them push a message than push money.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one way to go for sure. And so I know we were talking earlier. So how often are you making the candy bars right now?
At the moment, I'm pretty much just making them, on a request of batch.
Yeah,
When I first launch, I probably will do something similar and on a larger scale, just doing on a batch per batch basis until I
yeah,
get some consistent demand.
nice. Now you said you always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Do you have entrepreneurs in your family?
I do not. I have it's just something that I've always wanted to do. I've always seen myself changing the world in one way or another. Oh,
Well, we love it. We love to have people like you in our community up and coming. Do you know where you're headed to after graduating Linganore?
not at the moment. I know that I'm going to Texas, definitely. I've got
Okay.
the it's a big center for economic development right now, and if I'm gonna a jump start on stuff, I'm gonna want to be in the center of as much change as possible.
All
Um,
right. Well, we love
yeah,
that for you. And make sure you stay in touch with us when things get up and rolling. We would love to support you in your big launch. And who knows what tomorrow will bring for you, but we know it's going to be great, Owen. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you very soon.
thank you, Danny. Hope to see you soon too.
Oh, I want to thank him. I love this showing what the up and comers are doing, and it's very exciting.